Hello, everybody. My name is Maria Leggett, and I'm coming to you live from Dayton, Ohio. I am so happy to be on here. I have several things that I want to talk about tonight. So let's get to it. First of all, if you live in the Dayton area in Ohio, I am doing an intuition development circle on the fourth Saturday of every month at Temple of the Rebel Goddess, and that is in Dayton, Ohio. And you can sign up for that on their website, templeoftherebelgoddess.com. I do a free practice your intuition, which is a webinar. So I will bring one person in and we start helping them to understand their signs and symbols. It's a great beginner class for somebody who wants to start learning how to use their intuition. That is the first Tuesday of every month. So that's going to be the Tuesday coming up. And that is on templeofthesacredcircle.org. You can sign up for practicing your intuition. And then the second Tuesday of the month, we have Developing Your Intuition, which is a paid class. I only allow 10 people to come in so that we can start working on different tools to use to develop your intuition. I have a beautiful new class coming up. It is called Your Intuitive Soul, and it is a 4-week course starting on Sunday, November 26th. And it is going to be 4 Sundays in a row from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to help you to meet your higher self, learn how to connect with your higher self and your soul, find out what your soul's purpose is, and how you can learn to understand the signs and symbols that your higher self is sending to you every day so that you can walk through this earth in a more authentic way. And so that is Sunday, November 26th. And then if you go to my website, marialeggett.com, and that is MariaLeggett.com. And if you sign up for my emails, you will be able to get a Sacred Space guidebook downloadable today. And that is a guidebook that's going to help you to learn how to set sacred space so that you can open up and talk to your own spirit team, learning how to be able to set space so that you only hear from the type of energies that you want to hear from. One of the biggest concerns that I have for my clients is that they're afraid to open up because they don't want to hear from any dark, lower vibrational energies. And so this Sacred Space guidebook is going to help you to be able to set those parameters so that you're no longer allowing any of those energies in. And if you sign up for my emails, I send out a weekly email, usually Sunday night. Sometimes it goes out on Monday. And it's called Energy of the Week. And I pull cards and I post pictures of the cards. And I give you a nice synopsis of what everything means for the week that's ahead, what you can look forward to, what spirit is asking you to do this week, and how you can start to help yourself to get through any difficult energy that's coming up. So I love to be able to do that with you. The other thing that I want to talk about is anybody who does this work, right? Any psychic or any medium who does this work. We all have scammers who try to copy our business. They try to take from us what we have worked so hard to do. I have people who will imitate my Facebook page, Maria Leggett Medium, and after I go live doing a card pull, they comment on everybody's thing saying, "Oh, message me. I have a message for you. Friend me because I have an important spirit message for you." No psychic worth their salt is going to reach out to you and say to you, "I have a message for you, pay me." We don't need to do that. And we don't need to do that because we have ethics that we stand behind. And we know that word of mouth is the quickest way to build your business. We know that Google reviews are going to build your business. We don't need to step out and start begging people for money and giving messages that are going to talk about hurting people or upsetting people in your lives. I've had 2 clients in the last 2 days explain to me that scammers have reached out to them on Facebook specifically through their DMs and said, "You have a dark cloud hanging around you, and if you don't do this, you're going to die." And it's not okay. It is absolutely not okay for anyone to reach out and say that to you. It's not true. If you had a dark cloud, you'd know. And what winds up happening is these people wind up getting a lot of money to take care of your dark cloud. And the truth of the matter is only you can take care of your dark cloud. You can pay someone all you want, but as long as you believe that dark cloud is there, it's not going to leave. So it all comes from within you. So it's important to me that we share that information out with everyone today. So I want to take my caller. Hello, Matilda. How are you?
I am good.
How may I help you today?
Well, I'm actually just wanting to see what my future holds. I mean, there's some times where I'm like, a little bit angry and sad at the same time just because I lost my father from dementia. And
Hmm.
sometimes lately, me and my fiance, we used to be real close, and now we're like always like at each other's throats. I just want to see what our future holds.
Okay. Um, the first thing that I want to say to you is when it comes to dad, what I am hearing is it's important for you to know that everything that you said and everything that you did, his soul was aware of the things that you said to him, even though his earthly mind was not aware. And that he wants you to know that nothing went unsaid, and that he wants you to know that he is with you whenever you want him to be. He only comes if you call him to you. Does that make sense?
Okay. So my dad is
And
always
so
with me.
only when you ask him to be. If you say, Dad, I really
Only when
need
I
to
ask.
feel you next. Yep. Yep. And I don't know why that's important because most of the time dads just kind of roll in whenever they want to. Because my dad comes in whenever he chooses to, even though I don't ask him to. But your dad is very specific and says that he only comes if you ask him to come and be with you. So he wants you to know that he's honoring that boundary and he comes only when you're ready for him to be around.
Okay.
All right, let's pull some cards and let's see what we have going forward. All right, Spirit, what does Matilda need to know about her future? Okay. I am using this beautiful Earth Magic deck from Stephen Farmer, and we have a lot of really good information going on right now. So we have this new moon card that has come up out of the deck, and it's a beautiful new moon, and it shows a couple sitting in front of water. The new moon is all about new things, new beginnings, things that are coming to you. And Spirit is showing this to me as it's a way for you and your partner to make date night time together, because they're showing me as though there's kind of a disconnection, as in, we've gotten through life, we're doing the things, and we don't necessarily make time to reconnect in a romantic way. And so Spirit is asking you to set aside time in the coming months to be able to have a date night, whether it's once a week or you do it once a month. But it's important that you start to communicate with each other on a daily basis. How was your day today? What was the best thing about your day? What was the difficult thing of your day? And being able to just start that dialogue so that each one of you feel like you're being heard. Does that make sense?
Yes, because we've been like fighting a lot lately.
Yeah. And so this shows me, so the next card we have is this beautiful card. It says love, and it has the word compassion on it. And there are two hands touching a heart. So this lets me know that there's still love in the relationship. The issue becomes we need to nurture it. And when we get caught up in our minds and we get caught up in our emotions and our feelings of you're not hearing what I have to say, and the other person says, well, you're not hearing me, we are now at an impasse. So we need to be able to find a way to drop the walls, drop those things that we've put in between us, and find a way to come back together and remember the love that we had when we first got together. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Wonderful. The next thing we have this beautiful card called Lightning, and it has the word power on it. And the lightning is showing that it's going right down into the ocean. And so we have water with these big rising tides, right? These big waves that are coming in and smacking. And okay, thank you. Spirit is talking to me and saying that it needs to be that the power doesn't belong to one of you in the relationship. It's important that the power is always split, that you become equal partners in things that you do rather than one person feeling like they have all the power in the relationship. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yes.
And when we recognize that balance of power between the two, right? Between the masculine, the feminine, whatever it is, that that is when things will come into balance and be more even, and the storms will start to slow down instead of this tumultuous, rocky things that we have, and being able to allow yourself to be more at peace and more at ease. And this is going to be really important for you to be able to say, okay, I need you to hear me. So it's important for you to start speaking up and saying what's important to you. It's also going to be really important for you to sit back and allow your ears to open so that you can hear what your partner has to say to you. The next card we have is fire, and it's this beautiful word, passion. And so this is showing me that there's still fire and passion in the relationship. We just need to remember not to give up. It becomes so easy sometimes in this day and age to go, you know what, I'm just walking away. It is much harder to stand and fight for what you know is right. As long as you are not being abused physically or emotionally, and you just feel like there's a disconnection between the two of you, things can work out. Everything can come back around as long as both parties are willing and still have the passion to make the relationship work, so that you're equal and not one having all the power and the other feeling less than. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so finding a way to connect is going to make everything else in the future look like it's much easier to deal with, because when things are tough at home, then everything outside of home looks overwhelming. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's going to help you to be able to process and move forward in a more comfortable way in your relationship. And it's going to help you to step out of the crossroads where you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. And then decisions are going to be much more easy to make like this. Does that make sense?
Does it show? Yes. Does it show like we're going to get married in the future, or?
It didn't show me that. It just said that there's passion still there. So it's important that you both begin to work on it. I thank you so much, Matilda, for being on the show. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much to all of you for being here. I am so grateful to you. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday night. Have a good one.